Hey, Red here. Today we're talking about a little gem of an indie comic series called The Goon. It's weird, it's dark, it's funny, it's pretty damn cool. Let's get into it.
Quiet Red Media. Shh.
The Goon is a favorite of mine because of the mixture of simple storytelling, goofy comedy, and dark themes, as well as Eric Powell's art. His painted covers are fantastic, and when he plays with his art style, which he often does, it produces some amazing stuff. I particularly like his penciled pages, sans inks. Okay, enough geeking out. We're here for The Goon. But before we get to The Goon, let's take a look at the man himself, the creator Eric Powell. Eric Powell is an American comic book artist and writer best known for creating the critically acclaimed comic series, The Goon. With his unique artistic style and darkly comedic storytelling, Powell has carved out a spot for himself in the world of comics and has garnered a dedicated fan base. Let's go over Powell's journey from a young artist with a passion for illustration to the creator of a cult classic indie IP. Eric Powell was born on March 3, 1975 in Tennessee. As a child, he showed a keen interest in drawing and storytelling, spending countless hours filling notepads with drawings. Powell's artistic talent began to flourish in junior high, when he realized that it was indeed his calling. He began honing his skills by studying the grittier styles of the likes of Bernie Wrightson, Frank Frazetta, Wally Wood, and Jack Davis. We'll obviously get into The Goon, but in addition to that, Eric Powell has contributed his artistic talents to various other comic book projects. He has worked on titles such as Marvel Monsters, Devil Dinosaur, Superman, Escape from Bizarro World, and Big Man Plans, among others. Powell's versatility as an artist is evident in the diverse range of genres he has explored throughout his career. Eric Powell's contributions to the comic book industry have garnered widespread recognition and acclaim. He has been the recipient of numerous prestigious awards, including multiple Eisner Awards. These accolades serve as a testament to Powell's exceptional talent and the enduring impact of his work. Eric Powell has carved a unique path in the comic book world through his distinctive art style and innovative storytelling. With his creation of The Goon, Powell has proven himself as a master of blending dark humor, horror, tragedy, and action. His ability to captivate readers with compelling narratives and visually striking illustrations has solidified his place among the most influential comic book creators of his generation. As his career continues to evolve, Eric Powell remains a true visionary in the world of comics. Powell's first taste of the comic book industry came all the way back in 1995 when he did a story called Monster Boy in Bestsellers #1 from Out of the Cellars Comics, a story that was a sort of prototype for what would become The Goon. Powell started the series proper with Avatar Press in 1999. They published 3 issues of The Goon, but as the story goes, Powell wasn't satisfied with how the issues came out and decided to let the contract with Avatar lapse. A man with the indie spirit in his veins, Powell decided to self-publish The Goon through his own label, Albatross Exploding Funny Books, in 2002. Albatross published a further 4 issues before garnering the attention of a bigger publisher in Dark Horse. Dark Horse took over publication until 2013 for the main series, with various mini-series produced until 2015. Dark Horse published a total of 44 issues of The Goon before Powell once again moved publication. In 2019, The Goon began being self-published under Powell's newly minted Albatross Funny Books, dropping the exploding from the name, with 14 issues published under Albatross to date. Initially conceived as a humorous horror comic, The Goon features a unique blend of contrasting elements. The series quickly gained attention for its distinctive art style and subversive storytelling. Saunter into a world where horror, humor, and heroics collide, and you'll find yourself immersed in the acclaimed comic book series, The Goon. Created by the aforementioned Eric Powell, this unique and compelling series has captured the hearts of readers with its distinctive blend of dark fantasy, slapstick comedy, and noir elements. Let's delve into the fascinating world of The Goon and explore what makes it a standout gem in the comic book landscape. The Goon follows the misadventures of the eponymous character, a tough, hulking enforcer in a surreal and supernatural world. Set in a fictionalized Depression-era town, the series combines elements of horror, crime, and the occult to create a captivating and often humorous narrative. The Goon, accompanied by his eccentric sidekick Frankie, navigates a world inhabited by zombies, mobsters, mad scientists, and other bizarre creatures. One of the defining characteristics of The Goon is its dark sense of humor. Eric Powell expertly infuses the series with clever wordplay, visual gags, and satirical commentary. The juxtaposition of comedic elements with the darker, more sinister aspects of the story creates a unique reading experience that keeps readers on their toes. The series also takes a subversive approach to traditional storytelling, often defying genre conventions and expectations. Powell seamlessly weaves together the different genre components, delivering a narrative that is equal parts thrilling and amusing. This balance between light and dark elements adds depth to the characters and makes for a captivating reading experience. Eric Powell's artwork in The Goon is as distinctive as the series itself. With his bold and expressive illustrations, Powell brings the world of The Goon to life, evoking a sense of gritty realism and exaggerated physicality. The detailed line work, atmospheric shading, and masterful panel composition enhance the overall mood and immerse readers in the dark and often violent setting. With its dark humor, subversive storytelling, and gritty artwork, The Goon stands as a remarkable and unorthodox comic book series. Eric Powell's creation has captivated readers with its brilliant use of genre elements and a ton of heart, creating a rich and immersive world that continues to enthrall audiences. Whether you're a fan of noir, comedy, or supernatural tales, The Goon promises a captivating and unforgettable journey through the imagination of one of comics' most talented creators. The Goon has garnered critical acclaim and a dedicated fan following since its debut in 1999. The series has received multiple Eisner Awards, further solidifying its status as a beloved and influential comic book title. Its success has led to crossovers with other iconic characters and collaborations with renowned artists, such as the collaboration with Mike Mignola, bringing Mignola's Hellboy together with The Goon, as well as a crossover with the animated metalheads of Death Clock, and a one-shot with Criminal Macabre. There have also been spin-offs of The Goon. In 2010, there was Buzzard, a 3-part miniseries set just after Goon Year, which was later included in Volume 10 of The Goon. There was also The Goon Noir, an anthology series of black and white shorts that included various stories by other creators, published in 2006. One of the more interesting ventures for Powell and his creation is the movie adaptation. Unfortunately, this has turned into one of those development hell situations, leaving the future of the project up in the air for now. It's been in the works for over a decade, coming close to fruition a few times, but never sticking the landing. As it stands, Netflix is the latest interested party, with Tim Miller and Patrick Osborne of Love, Death, and Robots set to helm the animated feature for the streaming platform. Now, on to the good stuff. I know where I'm leaning personally, but let's see what the criteria has to say about it. Let us answer the question we all came for.
Is it metal?
If you've never seen this series before, here's how it goes. I've got some criteria we're going to use to determine for sure, and definitely not arbitrarily, whether or not this property is indeed metal. This criteria is based on what I felt would make a property, well, metal. It's as follows. Tragic backstory or an overall tragic story. Brutality. Occult themes. Aggression and intensity. Monsters. Aesthetics. And the devil and/or hell. I'll give each one 3 possible points, so I'm going to go through each metric and see where it falls on the scale that is metal. The Goon does indeed have a tragedy-laden backstory. Sadness is interwoven with the character. Powell made sure to create an origin rife with human emotion and basic tugs on the heartstrings of readers. It's quite effective, and I think deserving of full points. The series definitely has its fair share of brutal moments. However, it's not at the top of the pile when it comes to sheer brutality. If you look at a series with really brutal contents, this won't really stack up. For sure, the Goon and the villains he faces can be quite vicious, though. I'd say it gets a couple points here, but not a full deck. Oh yeah, occult themes are all over the place in the Goon. From necromancers to cultists, witches, spellbooks, and beyond, the series is permeated with the occult. The Goon himself is most definitely aggressive. The series has a plethora of characters that fit that descriptor, and plenty of moments to match. I mean, hell, the main characters are always looking to smash, shoot, or beat something. Even if it's not necessarily always full-throttle gory, the Goon is still most definitely a violent series, so I think this deserves full points. This is an easy one. This series is full of monsters. It's kind of the crux of the whole thing. Balancing these ghouls, fiends, creatures, and monsters against the tough but large heart of the Goon is a big piece of what makes the series what it is. I would say the aesthetics are the least metal part of the series. The characters look like downtrodden normies from the wrong side of town. Nothing evil, dark, or at all metal about the way they look. Though I love the aesthetics of the Goon, it's not really metal. Well, the devil is made mention of on occasion, and they definitely use Satan as an entity in spirit, like when the local hobos get hooked on a concoction made by an evil cult, referred to by a priest as the Devil's Brew, and become zombie-like menaces. And then there's the whole Satan sodomy baby thing, but I don't recall them ever actually going to hell or meeting the devil himself. So, not many points for this one. That's a total of 15 points. That puts the Goon right about here. Ooh, so close. That's all right, because though it may not be super metal, it's still so damn good. If a comedy-laden tale of one goonish brute fighting zombies, vampires, gravediggers, mobsters, skunk apes, and myriad other freaky and supernatural characters sounds good to you, then give the Goon a shot. You can thank me later. If I were to compare it to a metal genre, I'd say the Goon is like a fusion style, maybe jazz metal. So there's your answer. Thanks, and I'll see you when you're sleeping. Bye!